This time it's a different Dalek having a go at recreating a murder scene from the 1960 movie Peeping Tom. I must say Barbara's being very accommodating, especially considering this one isn't quite as good at it as the one from last week. Ian, Susan and the Doctor enter the city and start opening doors and mooching around like they're on Homes Under the Hammer. The Doctor hears a ticking sound, but fails to see the Dalek's stealthily hidden boom mic that's listening in, and that's definitely what it is. The sound leads them to a room that appears to have a lie detector in it, and some other equipment suggesting both technological advancements and the existence of crass reality TV shows.
Did you share genetic material with another Dalek? No, I did not. The lie detector says it is a lie. That is incorrect. The machine is faulty. I did not. How could you? With a Dalek from Darren.
The ticking coming from a Geiger counter that informs them that the whole area is radioactive. Ian starts freaking out, naturally. While the Doctor takes the news quite well. He does have to admit his shenanigans with the fluid link though. Ian takes that news quite well. The Doctor wants to leave without Barbara, but Ian refuses and holds the fluid link hostage. Susan sides with Ian, causing the Doctor to chastise her for being immature and needing to learn to grow up. It's a nice bit of assumedly unintentional irony that it's him who will mature and grow more compassionate as the series progresses. They leave the science lab only to be confronted by several small tanks, the Daleks. One orders them to follow them, but Ian decides to do a runner instead. He's rewarded by being temporarily paralysed from the waist down.
Let's see you show off your disgusting legs now, you perambulating prick.
They're taken to a cell where Barbara is waiting. They catch up on what's been happening, and Barbara criticises their interior decor. Ian gives Barbara the good news about their irradiated status. Oh, that's what the pie charts are used for. The Daleks discuss the lowering radiation levels and how other creatures called Thals must be using a drug to counteract the effects. The Daleks put the Doctor under a spotlight to interrogate him. They demand he sits down, but he just goes to his knee instead, and I'm sure that's a deliberate act of defiance. The Daleks accuse the Doctor of being a Thal, because all fair-haired pink people look the same to them. They give the Doctor a history lesson on the war between them and the Thals, which will never ever be contradicted, before speculating that they must be hideous mutations now and reliant on a drug to stave off the effects of radiation. In the cell, Ian keeps trying to walk, while Barbara feels increasingly woozy. The Doctor returns from his chat with the Daleks. They have agreed to let one of the travellers out to get anti-radiation gloves, which they can then wear to pick up the anti-radiation drugs. Ian insists that he goes, but Susan explains that the lock on the TARDIS has a safety feature that means it'll melt if the key is inserted incorrectly. Seems a bit extreme to me, and probably bollocks. Ian says they should go together, but his legs still won't cooperate. No matter how much he beats himself, he remains obstinately numb. The Daleks plan to take the drug from Susan and let them die horribly. All those swines. In the cell, Ian has another moan about the Doctor's selfishness, but Barbara's had enough of him sounding like a broken record and tells him to shut it. Back in the forest, Susan makes her way to the TARDIS. The forest indulges in some pathetic fallacy by becoming extra spookified. Susan runs using the 1960s prototype for the volume, followed by what appears to be a pillar of hexagons. In the cell, Ian's lazy legs finally start to wake up. Susan gets to the TARDIS and grabs the drugs, but not the gloves. As she goes to leave, a storm rages outside.